Welcome everyone, you are watching the ultimate Khabar. In the prime time today we have US South Korea pushing peninsula to brink of nuclear war. North Korea tells UN. US sues Amazon for harming consumers with higher prices. Political convenience cannot be the basis for a response to terrorism or extremism, said External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. Internet services suspended in Manipur 2 days after resumption. India diplomacy touched new heights in last 30 days, said PM Modi. In the local news we have Tripura High Court dismisses one of 10,323 sacked teachers' plea, imposes fine on petitioner. Pradot criticizes CPIM for opposing Tripura Matha's ban, slams for neglecting rights of indigenous. Prioritize party strength over holding positions, Tripura CM Manik Shah tells Karyakartas. Asian Game Equestrian, India win historical dressage team event gold. 13 available, many sick. Rohit Sharma's worrying statement ahead of third ODI. Now the news in brief. US South Korea pushing peninsula to brink of nuclear war, North Korea tells UN. North Korea's United Nations envoy accused the United States and South Korea on Tuesday of pushing the Korean peninsula closer to the brink of nuclear war. The envoy told the UN General Assembly that as a result of this, his country had no choice but to further accelerate and build up of its self-defense capabilities. The year 2023 has been recorded as an extremely dangerous year, Ambassador Kim Song told the last day of annual UN gathering of world leaders. The Korean peninsula is in a higher trigger situation with imminent danger of nuclear war breakout. Given the prevailing circumstances, the DPRK is urgently required to further accelerate the build-up of its self-defense capabilities to defend itself impregnably, Kim told the 193-member General Assembly. US sues Amazon for harming consumers with higher prices. The US Federal Trade Commission filed a long-awaited antitrust lawsuit against Amazon.com on Tuesday, charging the online retailer with harming consumers with higher prices. This is the latest UN government legal action aimed at breaking big tech's dominance of the internet. The lawsuit had been expected after years of complaints that Amazon.com and other tech giants abused their dominance of search, social media and online retailing to become gatekeepers on the most lucrative aspects of the internet. The lawsuit, which was joined by 17 state attorney general, follows a 4-year investigation and federal lawsuit filed against Alphabet's Google and Meta platforms Facebook. The FTC and its state partners says Amazon actions allow it to stop rivals and sellers from lowering practices, degrade quality of shoppers, overcharge sellers, stifle innovation and prevent rivals from fairly competing against Amazon, the agency stated in a statement. Political convenience cannot be the basis for a response to terrorism or extremism, said External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. India on Tuesday evening told the United Nations political convenience cannot be the basis for a response to terrorism or extremism and called on global community to respect the rules based under the UN Charter. Addressing the UN General Assembly, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also called on nations to not interfere in the internal affairs of others. Mr. Jaishankar remarks coming amid the India-Canada diplomatic row and continuing tension along the border with China have been interrupted as a jab at both countries. Internet services suspended in Manipur 2 days after resumption. Internet services has been suspended in Manipur 2 days after they were renewed in the stripped-down state. The suspension followed distributing images depicting before and after the gruesome killing of 2 students who had been missing since July 6, the surfaced online. The temporary suspension curbing of mobile internet data services and internet data services in Manipur will fast for 5 days till 7:45 p.m. on October 1, a government order stated. Following massive public outrage in Imphal on Tuesday after the bodies of the 2 teenagers went viral on social media platforms, the government of Manipur ordered a temporary shutdown of internet services in the state. In view of the prevailing law and order situation in Manipur, the state government views serious with utmost sensitivity the reported spread of disinformation, false rumors, and other types of violent activities through social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., which may cause loss or damage to public private property or aggravate the law and order situation in Manipur, the government orders cited. India's diplomacy touched new heights in last 30 days, said PM Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said India's diplomacy touched new heights in last 30 days and some decisions taken during the G20 summit have potential to change the direction of 21st century world takes. Addressing students, faculty members and heads of educational institutions at the final of G20 University Connect here, the Prime Minister said he met 85 world leaders during the past 30 days. In today's polarized international atmosphere, it is not a small thing to get so many countries together on one platform, he said. Referring to the G20 summit in Delhi earlier this month, he asserted that clean, clear and stable governance is necessary for the country's development journey to continue. In the local news we have, Tripura High Court dismisses one of 10,323 sacked teachers' plea, imposes fine on petitioner. The full bench of Tripura High Court, presided over by Chief Justice A.K. Singh, Justice T. Amarnath Gaur and Justice Arindam Lodh, dismissed a petition by one of the retained 10,323 teachers, once again uploading their dismissal. The case has been subject of contention since 2014. Advocate General Siddharth Shankar De told reporters that the petitioner contended he was not a party to the petition in which the High Court invalidated the recruitment rules of which the appointments had been based. One of the 10,323 teachers moved the High Court questioning the process of termination. The writ petitioner claimed that his services couldn't have been terminated as he was appointed during the CPIM government. He came and stated that the government could not have terminated his services without giving him notice. The government's plea was that they had not terminated anyone. Instead, the court ruled that all of them were liable to terminate it because the entire selection procedure was flawed. When the new government came into power, they promised to address the issue. They repeatedly approached the Supreme Court requesting extension for the terminated teachers since they were unable to fill all the vacant positions left by the 10,323 terminated teachers. The Supreme Court granted them extension in phases until March 2020, he explained. They further stated the court asserted that the petitioner presented no new arguments. Furthermore, the petitioner failed to provide justification for their continued employment despite the previous government's recruitment policy being declared unconstitutional in submissive judgments by both the High Court and Supreme Court. They also mentioned the High Court imposed a penalty of Rs 25,000 on the petitioner for the misuse of judicial time. Pradyot criticized the CPIM for opposing Tripura Matha's ban, slams for neglecting rights of indigenous. In a scathing critique, the former chairman of Tripura Matha, A. Pradyot Kishore Manikya Deborma, has taken aim at the Communist Party of India or CPIM for its opposition to the Bandh called by Tripura Matha. The Bandh was organized to underscore the urgent need for a constitutional solution to address the concerns of the indigenous people of Tripura. Pradyot did not mince words as he lambasted the CPIM, a party that held power in the state for an extended period, accusing it of bringing poverty to the indigenous communities of Tripura. The controversy arises that Tripura Matha, a regional political entity, seeks to champion the rights and aspirations of the indigenous population. When Tripura Matha announced a strike for September 30, the CPIM raised its voice in protest. During the elections, they urged us not to file candidates for the sake of opposition unity. However, when we raised our voices for the rights of indigenous people, the CPIM hastily convened a press conference to oppose the Bandh. Do they want us to be sovereign? Is this intent to suppress us? We will engage with Delhi to assert our rights, unwavering in our stance. The CPIM may view our struggle through a political lens, but it is transcendent politics. This is battle for the future and well-being for our future generation, Pradyot asserted. Prioritize party strength over holding position, Tripura CM Manik Saha tells Karyakartas. Tripura Chief Minister Professor Dr. Manik Saha lauded the role of Karyakartas of Bharatiya Janata Party for their dedicated service and emphasized the need to focus on booth-level activities to further strengthen the party in Tripura. Addressing the Karyakartas of Kakrabon, RK-Pur, Matarwari and Bagma Mandals under Gomati district at an organizational meeting held at Rajastri Kulkhetra, Udaipur, Chief Minister Shah shared his journey within the party. I was the booth management in charge in 2019 and later took charge of the membership drive. Since then, our membership in the state has increased by more than 6 lakhs. Success in group work requires unity without division. I have held various positions including President of BJP Tripura Pradesh, Rajya Sabha MP and now Chief Minister for the 2 terms. These roles may change and someone else will take over. Our focus should always be on strengthening the party rather than holding on to positions, said Dr. Shah. In the sports news today we have Asian Games Equestrian, India win historic dressage team event gold. The Indian team comprising of Divya Kriti Singh, Sudipti Hajila, Anush Agarwal and Hriday Vipul Chedda created history in Hangzhou on Tuesday as they won the country's first ever equestrian dressage team event gold at the Asian Games. It also ended a 40-year-old wait for a gold medal in equestrian at the Asian Games for India. The team finished ahead of China and Hong Kong. China with a total of 209.205 points. The top scorer for India was Agarwal, who has the last performed astride 8 throw. His total of 71.088 was the second best of the day individually in the Prix St. George's phase. 2 more phases remain in the dressage individual event where Chedda Astrid Complex Emerald is placed third, 69.941. Hajela Astrid scored 66.706 points while Singh got a total of 68.176. Astride Adelaide Fritford. The 3 best scorers are taken into the total to determine the gold medal. 13 available, many sick. Rohit Sharma's worrying statement ahead of third ODI against Australia. India cricket team skipper Rohit Sharma said on Tuesday that he has just 13 players to choose from for the final ODI match against Australia in Rajkot. Shivam Gill was not available for selection after the squad was hit by viral sickness, while fast bowlers Shardul Thakur and Mohammad Shami along with all-rounders Hardik Pandya opted to go back home. While there is not much tension among the team management as the side has already sealed the 3-match series against Australia, they would take all the players to regain match fitness in time for the upcoming World Cup 2023. We have got a lot of players who are sick and not available. A lot of players have personal problems, so they have gone home, and a few of the guys have been rested as well. We have got 13 players at this point in time, said Rohit during the pre-match press meet. That's all for today. Keep watching the Ultimate Khabar. Thank you.